How y'all been?
Good, man. How about you?
Good. How's your basketball game?
Not good.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not good.
Yeah.
Can you help me with that?
Hey, yeah, that was my favorite sport growing up was basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is this on there?
Yes.
Oh, I talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my favorite sport growing up was basketball. I wanted to play in the NBA, and my height didn't really help with that. So Spud Webb was my favorite player.
I was going to mention Spud Webb,
Yeah,
Muggsy Bogues.
yeah, Muggsy Bogues. So those became my favorite players once I realized I might not be 6'5", 6'10", and then I realized, the movie came out, White Men Can't Jump, and I realized, okay, then I'm gonna struggle with this a little bit too.
Yeah.
But basketball was always my favorite growing up, and but I never could shoot it, so I kind of struggled with that as well. And then, when I was younger, when we first got into coaching, we used to play noon basketball about 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I learned how to shoot a little bit there, but now I got some buddies who have popped some Achilles and stuff like that, so I stay away from it now.
Well, so what was the transition like from loving basketball to getting into football and then eventually coaching football? So
I think it was one of those things. Just I was a better football player than I was a basketball player, and I felt more of a in basketball, sometimes you only need 1 or 2 guys to make a team, and in football, I think it takes a lot more of everybody, and it takes a village, so to speak, to run a football program. And I think that was one of the things that intrigued me about being a football coach, and just I think it fit my personality more, defensive coordinator, and maybe one day a head coach. I think just all those things kind of pulled me and grabbed me in that direction. So, it's been an awesome ride, and I tell everybody every day, like, what I get to do and where I'm at. I never thought I'd get to do, and experience this. And so every day is an enjoyment for me, and just whether it's this profession, being in Pirate Nation, being in a place where football is important and matters, and the fan base here, just for me and my family, we couldn't pick a better place to be that fits us,
right,
and fits our family better, so that's been awesome. That's been a blessing.
So you're back for another year as the defensive coordinator. A lot of people were speculating maybe you go somewhere and get a head coaching job somewhere, but you're back. What fires you up the most about this upcoming season, or maybe this spring? What do you say?
I think that anytime you don't have the greatest of seasons, people are expecting you to stay down or be down the next year, and I think, like, to me, it's all about, my life's always been about proving people wrong and proving the doubters wrong, so to speak. Hey, you're a underdog. We just talked about basketball and those type of things, and well, that was part of what has always drove me is like, hey, I'm the underdog. I'm kind of the guy that's going to be left out. My dad wasn't a college coach. I didn't play college football. Hey, I'm going to prove that I can make it in this profession, and that's about our program too, and that's about our young men in our room. Is how people may count us out for next season, but we're going to prove this wrong, and how much better can we be between right now and next fall? And we spoke yesterday to our defensive unit, our defensive players, about just what a lot of what takes place next fall is built in the off season. And we talked about where we were last fall. I think we were top third in the nation defensively as a defense, but there's only one stat that matters, and that's winning games. And that's what we're doing right now, is everything we can to win football games next fall.
What's the focus for your defensive players, and I guess what are you looking for them to do in the spring?
Yeah, I think one is make sure they understand our culture, and our culture is a effort-based defense, playing hard, playing their tails off. And I think we've done that, and I think we got some new guys defensively. We got to make sure they buy into that. Physicality, creating turnovers. Those are things within our culture, and then it's our program. Of everything we do for each other, and understanding that, and understanding Coach Houston's vision and our core values as a program. So we make sure we instill those foundation before we ever get on to the defensive schemes and schematics.
How are the new guys? You mentioned the culture and getting acclimated to it. How are the new guys doing that so far this offseason?
They've been awesome. I mean, we've had I think 5 transfers come in defensively, 5 or 6, and then some mid-year freshmen come in that they're going to college classes for the first time and doing some things. I think we had 4 or 5 of those guys come in. So we got about 10 new guys in that room, 10 to 12 new guys in that room that are going through, mat drills with us for the first time, or spring installs for the first time. but they've been awesome. You know, they've been hungry and they just want to help us win football games and help our program. And they've really, you know, just in the short time they've been here, they've bought into what we do and being a part of our team and our culture.
To help new guys buy into a culture, I feel like it takes a lot from the coaching staff, but it probably takes a lot from some of the players that have been here quite a while.
Right.
Who are some of those guys that are helping the new guys kind of buy in?
Man, we're so fortunate to have some guys that have been around here since I have. You know, Deontay Johnson, Elijah Moore, Surad Ware, Chad Stevens. Those are the guys up front that, you know, have been here the whole entire time I've been here, and they understand exactly what the expectations and what the standards are, and they are starting to vocalize that even more than they have in the past. And once you see a guy like that set the standard in the way they go about their business and the way they handle themselves, everybody else seems to fall in line. So excited about those guys.
All right, there's Coach Blake Harrell.
Thank you.